Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're over here on the Japanese side of the game, taking on Garp Challenge Revolutionary Army 2 with the new Superclass DOFFY. So that's the team, that's the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, DOFFY has quickly become, like, my favorite character in the entire game. Between him and Croc, like, I don't know which one I like more, but they are both very, very good. Between the Superclasses in Revolutionary Army 2, they all, like, kind of do it the same way. So they're kind of all equal when it comes to this particular piece of content, but overall, I just find that DOFFY and Croc are just miles above category, just miles above category. If you haven't checked out the Croc showcase, for Revolutionary Army 2, I will leave a link in the description for you guys. Make sure to go check that out. Croc's an absolute weapon, and, once I do have the Katakuri version of the Revolutionary Army 2 up, I will leave a link to the description, leave a link in the description for that particular video too. Let me know which one you guys thought did it best. I think they all did it fairly equally, but just in terms of, like, characters, Revolutionary Army 2 wasn't exactly the greatest showing to show what was the best out of the three, but it was the best place for Katakuri, to be honest. But in saying that, like, DOFFY just did it, DOFFY's just an absolute weapon. Over on the hack stage, he gives us 3 turns of attack down, and he gives us a 50% HP cut. We're going to use the Kazuna Jack, the 5+ Jack. Can not only remove, I think it's 5 turns of attack down or 6 turns of attack down, but he also removes paralysis. He gives us color affinity for 3 turns as well. For this particular stage against hack, it really doesn't help out a lot, but when we use it later, it's definitely going to help out. Now, I actually kill hack on turn 2. If you guys need to take an extra turn there, you actually can, thanks to the Fire Tank Pirates. The Fire Tank Pirates are just aging with such grace, especially for DOFFY, because they can give him a little bit extra tankiness, because DOFFY is just pure power, pure offense. He does have good healing, which makes him very tanky, but with the Fire Tank Pirates, he gets even more healing and more damage reduction, which really helps him out on this particular run. Against the Kama Girls and Ivankov, we are going to get 4 turns of Bind and Despair on our captains. We do have the support of the Sweet Generals on our Ambush Lin, and the only reason we have that is so we can activate the super typing of DOFFY. A big upside to the super classes, sorry, not super type, the super classes. The big upside to the super classes compared to super types is they actually have 2 ways of proccing their super class condition. For DOFFY, it's to have any of the Don Quixote, or the Don Quixote, I can't say it, Don Quixote family, or Luffy or Law, but you can also trigger it by having an interrupt, very similar to Hawkins, with a support to come in because of the enemy. And because of that Sweet 3 support, we can actually get around that. Thanks to the attack boost, we can take out the 2 int units, and then the girl in the back will actually just run away. Once we move on to Sabo Koala, we are going to use our Fire Tank Pirate special. Switch into the Dex variation of the Fire Tank Pirates. It's quite important that you guys do that. That way you actually have color affinity against Koala, as we actually get 2 turns of an attack buff. Because we get 2 turns of an attack buff, we can actually take out this particular stage on the 2nd turn. We have the damage reduction from the switchability of the Fire Tank Pirates, and because we lose all of our orbs on this particular stage, besides T&D orbs, which aren't favorable for this particular team, it means that we do a lot less damage. So getting the 2 turns of an attack boost thanks to the Fire Tank Pirates is actually ridiculously handy, as we can actually just take that stage out and move on. We can take 3 turns if we need to on Sabo, but make sure you take out Koala by that 2nd turn, otherwise you're going to be in for a bad time. Moving on to the Morley stage. Morley has 2 turns of Threshold, 2 turns of Defense Up, and 5 turns of Resilience. This particular stage is where, like, most teams actually struggle, but the biggest way, or the most renowned way of getting around this, is using a support to remove 2 turns of Defense Up and 2 turns of Threshold. DOFFY is a culprit of that because he has access to Bellamy, and because our DOFFY is an absolute weapon, we're not only going to get an attack and an orb boost, but we can actually remove the Defense Up and the Threshold thanks to the Bellamy support. On the 2nd turn, Morley is going to give us a full board of Dex Orbs and a Chain Lock for 1 turn, but because of DOFFY's amazing captain ability, we're actually going to make those Dex Orbs matching, and then we can use his super class to deal damage, which gets around the resilience, gives us 1 turn of cooldown, which is, like, just enough to get Jack's special ready to go, which is super, super nice. We do, however, have to prop the other super class of DOFFY. That way we can give ourselves that 1 extra turn of cooldown. Because we do the damage, we can actually take out the units in the back. Jack can also do that as well, and then we can just basically forward focus on Bello Betty. The beautiful thing about that is we actually get color affinity for 3 turns thanks to Jack as well, and this is what I was talking about at the start, where the color affinity helps, because Perispera just absolutely mops the floor with Bello Betty, which is super nice, because we can move on to the Lindbergh stage and actually keep the color affinity. Lindbergh gives us blind on our top and bottom right hand side and our middle left, as well as 4 turns of paralysis, so this is where the Perispera is absolutely amazing. We also get a full board of unfavorable orbs, but thanks to DOFFY making quick and Dex Orbs matching, we actually get them we actually get them matching, which is awesome. And then with our Sailors, the Fighting Pirates have a matching orb as well as Lin. So we just take that stage out in one turn. It's super, super handy. Moving on to Karasu now. Or Carousel. Shout out to Tony. He's going to put up 2 turns of Threshold and give us 2 turns of Despair. Unfortunately, we do have to stall here. And we do get Chain Coefficient Reduction, which means that we don't actually deal a lot of damage, which is very, very annoying. If you do get any Meat Orbs, gobble them up. But make sure you are switching with the Fire Tank Pirates every turn for not only the damage reduction, but for that heal. The heal of percent healing is very nice because of the super class of Doffy actually extending all of our stats by 1.2, which includes HP. Once the Despair goes away and the Threshold goes away, we are going to activate the Lin special. The reason we're activating the Lin special is to give ourselves some Meat Orbs. We are going to have to stall out the next couple of turns, but with Lin, we can actually guarantee ourselves 3 Meat Orbs. We can deal a little bit of damage thanks to her chain attack boost sort of situation she's got going on, and then we can stall out 2 more turns. Every turn, Karasu will actually rotate all of our orbs, and as I mentioned, if you do pick up any Meat Orbs along the way, make sure to gobble them up, otherwise you may be just short for damage. But as long as you guys have the Fire Tank Pirates and you are switching with them pretty much every single turn, you are going to have enough HP to actually tank it out thanks to their damage reduction and their healing. I actually got lucky with 2 Meat Orbs, and I didn't eat them just for the sake of the video, just to show you guys that even without those Meat Orbs, I think we ate 1 on the Karasu stage, which only gives us like 4,000. You should just be able to survive with that sort of 2,000 HP mark. Once the Despair and the Threshold goes away once again, we are going to use our Fire Tank Pirate special. Fire Tank Pirates are going to give us a 2.5 times attack boost to our Driven characters. You don't actually need to swap like I did there. You can keep the color affinity with the Dex variant, and that way you will do more damage, but as you can see, we have plenty of damage and we can take them out. That way, when we move on to the final stage against Sabo and Koala, we have both our Doffy specials ready to go. And you know what that means? We not only get that 2.25 times orb boost, that 2.25 times attack boost, but we're also going to get the 1,000 base stats and the 1.4 addition to the chain multiplier, which is just absolutely wild. The amount of damage this man has when you can proc both the specials at the same time is just absolutely incredible. Not only that, but he can rotate all of your orbs into matching. And because the final stage against Sabo Koala actually gives us a full board of block orbs, Doffy he just laughs in the face of the Revolutionary Army. You can only use 2 specials on this final stage, but it's all we need. Honestly, you don't even need both the Doffy specials. I did complete this the first time. I actually used the Doffy special on the Karasu stage just to make sure I had the damage. And I actually went back in. God, I love that. That special is so beautiful. I actually went back in so I could actually try and get both specials popping off, just so we could actually get a little bit more damage to showcase that for the actual video. Once we've done that, we basically have every offensive power under the sun, and with 3 units, we're going to absolutely clap Sabo Koala. Goodbye. Say hello to the heavenly demon Doflamingo. So that's going to wrap up the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there and belt that like button for me if you're new to the channel. Hit that big red subscribe button too. But guys, don't forget, let me know who you think is the best out of the super classes in the comment section below. But most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Late!